What's good, my peoples? What's good? How are you today? No, I mean genuinely, and of course you can't respond, you know, while I'm filming this thing right here. But just know I genuinely would like to know, and I would will or hope more so that everything is good with you, or that you're seeing that from your perspective, that you see the value of making sure your mind, your mentality is right. You're thinking the right way. And you're telling yourself, man, life is good. Truly, man. Apologies. It's truly when Aunt came around and was like, man, hey, tell yourself life is good. Life is good 13. Well, I truly did that. And I truly do that. Rather, because I still do that to this day. And man, since then, man, stuff been really, really good, y'all. So that helped me. Let me help y'all by saying do the same thing. Say life is good. Life is good, 13. I ain't gonna tell you that. But anyway, what's up, y'all? As you can see, man, today we're talking about action. That's the topic of today, this moment, this video. So let's get to that. Action. Act, ion, man, that's like the electricity. Act is to do. So we know that by now. We should know that we are electricity. Electricity is flowing through our body, through our nervous system or whatnot, and then through this body, and then we, as the spirit, we product, not conduct, but we product, we do things with this body. That's action. The things that you do. Action. When you filming when they're filming movies or whatnot, right? What is that little thing when before whatever that thing is called, man? They hold the little thing, go, scene 23, action. And then people start doing things, right? Action is a thing that makes things happen. Of course, when you combine together the correct mentality with the action, whoo, baby, you got some gold. You got some, ooh. Nah, I'm playing. You got some gold, man. So, action, man, doing the things. Now let's get into these elaborations, man. Look, in order to lose weight, you gotta take some action, man. You can't be stagnant. We talked about stagnant and stagnicity and stuff like that previously, but the action is the things that make stuff happen. Action is what makes things happen. By now, this right here is. This one, it should be like a real short one because it's something that we all know. And though we know these things already, how many of us actually do them? A lot of peeps, a lot of topics has come to me over the years, like, let's start a business, let's do a business and stuff like that, right? What action are you taking upon that, right? The best way to be efficient or take action from my perspective, right, in combining these few things that I'm gonna list. The correct mentality, learning the correct things, and action, right? So the correct mentality is knowing that you can bring anything forth. You can do anything. You can what? Anything? Do anything. And doing is action, right? So you can do anything. And that's the correct mentality, no matter what that is. You want to be a singer, you got to do particular things. You got to train your voice. You got to train your ears, right? And if you want to look the part, okay, cool. But real niggas can do that shit in the dark. There's things called like masked singers and stuff like that now. And you don't even got to be a performer to be a singer. So come on now. Train your voice, train your ears. You can even train your eyes to see like particular notes, and what keys to be in and, things of that sort. But you gotta, those particular things you gotta do. So if you want to be a boxer, what you gotta do, you gotta be in that motherfucker. as much as possible. Because you know your so-called opponent is doing the same thing or something similar. They running. They doing they're doing it's those particular things that you got to do. So you do those portions right. You get your mind right. You can do anything, my people, anything. Even something that ain't been heard of before. Even something that no one knew about. You know, you can create something. You can become invisible. How do you become Trig, man? Now you on some sci-fi shit, boy. From my perspective, everything in existence exists, and anything that exists, we can bring forth, or we can do, or we can show and prove. We just have to do the right things. So, have the right mentality, right? When you are learning, because learning is a part of everything. We learn every day. Every day learn something, right? However, from my perspective, do not learn just blatantly. Pardon me. If you have time to learn something different, learn something new or whatnot, go ahead, do that. Like if you got all your other tasks, like me, for example, when I got out the workforce for a moment, when I was blessed to be outside of the workforce, I was absorbing. I was learning more about my history, right? Because if you don't learn your history, you are doomed to repeat it, right? I think it's be like reincarnation ain't real. So that's what I was doing. I provided y'all the information. I didn't give y'all the link, but stop being lazy and act like you can't type something up. Why don't you just put the link in the description? Yo, type that ish up, man. If you serious, I'm trying to see who's serious or not. That's why. And if you're really serious about something, you're gonna do what you gotta do. So Transatlantic Productions, right? Type that in YouTube, man. I typed that in there, I got my history right. Now, of course, there's so many different opinions and expressions of different teaching types and things of that sort. And a lot of these stuff was ancient. Not ancient like that, but like old. And so for my youngest, it's like stuff you don't want to hear. You got so used to HD and seeing things clear and stuff like that, that when something comes that ain't that quality, you just automatically kind of brush that shit off. And it's like, y'all niggas missing out. Y'all niggas tripping. Y'all niggas too bougie. Y'all got used to that thing, and y'all ain't want to hear none of the struggle. How people we got there. Y'all ain't want to pay attention to none of that. And it's like, y'all better stop with that. Y'all better go back and learn, cause if you don't, nigga, your future is doomed. And you don't even know what doomed is. You know. So look up, use dictionaries, boy. When these words and these terms and stuff like that come to you, man. I know I didn't go really into detail on that language to tell you the importance of words and spells and stuff like that. How do you make a word? You spell it out, and how this life is very, very magical and things of that sort. I didn't go into details about that stuff, but I gotta say some things for the live. But yo, getting back to this one right here, when you are learning, learn that particular or that specific thing that directly coincides with what needs to be done, right? This is efficiency. This is how you be efficient. For example, if you need to learn how to flip a burger, whatever, you gotta learn how to cook, right? It's not like you about to go learn about, nigga, where meat come from. No, nigga, that don't directly, link with what needs to be done right there, right? So, like you say, you want to start a business, right? Learn those few steps. Don't go learn the whole process. Now, your mind might think different. You got the time, right, to learn the whole process. Your memory is good. Your access to your memory is good. So you're gonna learn the entire process. You're gonna be taking your notes or whatever, and then boom, you learned that. Now you get to execute. Boom, 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 doing. If you forget something, if you don't comprehend your notes or something like that, step back to the video, learn that particular thing. Boom, get back to doing. Boom, 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 boom. That's efficiency. That's how you get things done. That's the people that's on top. Not the niggas not the ones that's like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna start a business, right? Look into the shit, get all the notes down, and it's just like, all right, I can do that shit later. All right, now, it's like, now if you say, man, if you're good with your time, right? And just right now, the only time you had was to learn that. Now you got to get back to your daily life, taking care of the children, chefing up, cleaning up, something like that. You know, cool. So you got your information for the day. You know exactly what to do. And then when you get the time, you're going to get that done. Some peeps, they want to, write stuff down and never do it. They're stagnant. They don't ever do it. Doing is the vital part. It's the critical part, my people. Doing those specific stuff. I heard somewhere, man, that people is leaving the planet with all this information, with books of information within them, because they ain't ever do it. They ain't ever, initiate. They ain't ever start the process. They ain't ever trigger. They ain't ever start and follow through with that mug. I heard too, like, a lot of businesses fail in 5 years because, yes, those people get the particular pieces of information, but they don't stay persistent. They don't keep going with that mug, right? So within 5 years, because it's a challenging thing. A lot of people think that, and I'm talking about business now, but I keep things linked. A lot of peeps, they start their businesses and then they don't stick with it. They see, damn, that mug's, yeah, it's different from the 9 to 5. You the boss now. Everything goes for you, from you. Everything. You lacking on something, man. Hey, man, go pick this up. If they don't come through with that, it's on you. And it's a little vital piece that you need for your business to run successfully. So, trust, goddamn, efficiency, man, staying upright or persistent. These things, man, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. So, man, get that mug right before you even get into that mug. Just get your planning, your strategy. Lay that thing out. Take your time. I don't have time, Trick. That's on you. Action, man. So action is the doing, What else is action? Action is very important, man. Like, Che, you always say action stuff is very important. I do, right? I'll talk about it because I ain't got to explain shit to y'all niggas. Shoot, even though that's what I'm doing. When you write stuff down, right? Like when it comes to these things called acts, right? The Parliament Act or things when we talking about government or legislature or legislative or executive branch and stuff like that. Executive, execute, that means do, right? Execute means to do, like to push the button, execute that. Legislative, that means writing, write something out. Judicial, judge, judicial branch, judge, judgments and stuff like that. This is how our government is established now. This ain't the exact way, but it's an easy way to comprehend, right? So legislate. When you legislate, when you write something down, right? We don't write that down for that month to just force us to just read. If we're doing that, that's like fiction. That's like nonfiction. That's like fiction. It's just like entertaining. Like, oh yeah, Shirley walked up the street, grabbed the apple, and bit the apple. Ooh, what's that doing for anybody? Oh, it's entertaining. Oh, she bit an apple. Man, I wonder what her feelings was. A lot of women, right? A lot of women get into that. Oh, I wonder how she was feeling during that time. And it was so beautiful and magic. And it's like, y'all living in a fantasy. Y'all better open up. So that's the writing portion, right? And then we write all these things down to do what? to execute these things, So then you get the executive branch that is the one, the shot callers. It's like, oh yeah, we gonna do this. The legislature, we write all this shit down, send it to the executive branch or whatever. I'm not sure how the whole thing works. It was a long time ago, just trying to put something together. Now, executive branch, they're like, all right, yeah, we gonna put this act in order, right? We're gonna send this over for this month to start, get that thing started, to execute it. So then send them again to get done. And then that's what is. So if we're combining talking or writing down, making them spells, that's how you catch a spell, write it down, and then you get that mug to the particular party, the particular people that get that mug done. you put that act into order. You say, yeah, hey, everybody, this is what the act is now. So, everybody abide by this. And then what do the people do? They go under that spell, that they agree to that. They be like, yes, okay, we function with that act. And then whoever's will that put that writing together and, said, oh yeah, we're gonna execute this, put this into force, we're gonna enforce this, get that done. Whoever's will that was the particular party behind that act, that's what everybody listened to, they tuned to. They're like, okay, yeah, we're with that. Willingly, knowingly, or not. That's just how it is, right? So if we see this process is that simple, it's easy like that, we got to ask ourselves, who are these people putting forth or bringing forth these legalities, right? Who are these people that we so-called elected and put into these parties to bring forth these laws or legalities that we all abide by? Trey, man, hold on, wait. I'm not, you talking about action, but man, you got into the law and stuff like that. Hey, look, life is law, my people. If you recognize or not, life is law. The only reason we do particular things, like for example, when it comes to the whole driving or traveling experience, we do things a particular way according to the law. So there was once a period in time, especially for my people, or a particular people, the dark-skinned people, where they was like, fuck the law. Forgive me, Most Eyes, for saying that. But I just to show y'all, they was like, man, fuck that. And our people, we get the energy behind that, we get the reasoning behind that, but we don't really tune to the words. The words is important, my people. So if they saying the law, but not the legalities, or of how they are portraying the law, how the law is supposed to be, then we getting the whole thing wrong. We're saying, who bring forth the law? The Most Highs. The commandments, the laws. And we brush it off as if it's just nothing. But a lot of people say, man, I'm with God, I'm with I walk with Christ, just things of that sort. But don't like the law. When it comes to the law, they don't do their studies, they don't learn and things of that sort. And it's like law ain't necessary. There is a reason, my people, that they don't teach law in public school or in these majority of these schools that our children is going to. It's a reason. Because they want people away from the Most Highs. If you haven't got that by now, away. Then they bring you and they give everybody these the Christianity. They push that hard. Why they push Christianity so hard upon everybody? It's because they're bringing forth the evils. They're setting forth their law, not the Most High's law. If peeps really ain't got that yet, I don't. But however, if you didn't, now you do. All right, your brother, I'm helping you comprehend that. Whatever. So, do the right thing. Walk with the law. So, you learn love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Like, that's a great basis of law. Hold up, what you mean, Trey? That's a law. That's a law. Love your neighbor, right? That's a commandment. Commandment is a law. The Most High command you to do these things. I command you to do these things. Do these things. Commandment. Ment, we know what the mental is. Mental, the soul, And then we got command. Make sure you're doing this. Do that. It's a do that. So do the right thing for your soul. Do the right thing for your mental. That's a law. Right? So there's the particular, let me mention this now, I didn't mention this previously, but if you want to learn a law, right, you got to go to a particular school. You got to go to a particular place. You got to go to a law school. Law is so special. Law is so special. It's not told. It's not told to us the importance of law and why you must know law. So I know this ain't the law video, but I don't even think that's crazy. I didn't even write that down. But I guess that's why I'm talking about that mud now. I typed that down for y'all specifics. But yeah, man, when we doing in everything that we do, once we infuse ourselves with the law and the importance of knowing the law and being the law, anything that we do directly coincides with the law or what is to be. And when you have, pardon me, when you have the law on your side, everything you do is just better. Because if someone tries to come at you, right, be like, you ain't doing this right. For example, if we got the business, right, starting a business, you ain't got this shit. You cast that motherfucker away. For real, if you know the law and know the appropriate laws, if you knowing the Most High's laws. For one, you know the Most High's laws over all this BS down here. And you know how to counter these little papers and stuff that niggas come at you. Like, oh, you don't got a license, you can't do this. Right? You can't do this. They want to stop the people from doing particular things. And then what happened? The people freeze up. They don't want to do shit. Dang, I got to do this and do this and do this just in order to run a business. Now, I do get the importance of having a license or whatever, because it specifies, it shows that you might learn, that you might know a particular thing. But if you get your information directly from the source, not from these, oh, you got to do it this way. We have the experience, man, so you must be. Like, for some people, that's good. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing and then learn. But some people, they get information from within and from the source to run and initiate and start their business. It's something totally different than what's been established here on this planet or through this system, right? They the ones bringing that new stuff forth. So it's not for everybody. Could be, but it's not. So, they got all these legalities in place to stop the people from doing, to discourage the people from doing what needs to be done. My people, if you really want to do that particular thing, we learned or we heard, I'm pretty sure y'all heard this one. Now, my youngest, you might not have, but if you haven't, here you go. Big bro Triggah, gotcha. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. And all, y'all gonna have to finish this for me, and everything will be given unto you. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. My people, that I'm telling you, man, this stuff too easy. This shit should be too easy for me now. My nigga, look, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. If as above, so below, or whatnot, or let's just use the body for a reference, right? So heaven, we like to coincide heaven with being up top, right? And then like hell to be down below. That's just something that's in us or whatnot. If heaven is up top, let's use the body, right? If heaven is up top, the mental, we can coincide the mentality and the thoughts and stuff as heaven, right? Heaven is a mind state. And then hell could be down low, could be the down this region. And everybody these days talking about, right? So you gotta value your mind. The covenant, right? Like up here. So seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Get your mind right. Got your mind right. Get your grind right. Why? Everything goes hand in hand. It's connected. But when you seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, all this stuff out here that we push, like these rappers and celebrities and stuff that they push, it's on a low level. When you seek ye first the kingdom of heaven the right way, not the Christianity way, but the right way from within, you really know you can speak directly with the Most Highs in the hierarchy. Oh, I ain't told y'all about the hierarchs. I ain't talked to y'all about that. That's a new one. I ain't even wrote that one down. That came to me the other day. But when you do that, when you put stuff out here into this world, it's gonna shine over all the BS that everybody be bringing forth out here, because they bring forth under set They bring forth under it the lower beings, the most lows. And peeps don't even recognize. They think they're doing the right thing and doing the good thing. I'm saying, like, y'all had to know. Y'all had to recognize, like, man, no, something is up on this planet. Something is different, man. Something ain't being like it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be like this. Pretty sure everyone has some type of thought like that. But peeps, they say, man, fuck it. This just the way it is. And they just go on like that. I was like, man, me, a G like me, I'm grateful for my peoples and everything that my peoples had in place for me. So that, which gave me the time to comprehend these things, you know, to the level that I comprehend them, so I can give back to them. Boom, boom, boom. This like this. And this is, at the end of the day, it's all a perspective. You know, hey, how do we know your perspective is the right? Hey, my perspective is right for me. All right? I'm just sharing my perspective, how I think about particular things. It's not saying that this is just what is, because my thoughts may change. However, you know, because I stay evolving, stay progressing. Next thought that might come forth, you know, is much better than that thought that I had back in the past. So, however, staying aligned with the Most Highs, that's how you really get the job done.